Is Gameloft the most shameless studio in mobile gaming, or the most important? Before mobile gaming was cool, before PUBG Mobile, before Genshin, before Call of Duty showed up on phones, there was Gameloft. To some, just a studio built on borrowed ideas. To others, they were the first to bring the console experience to your pocket. But one thing's for sure, Gameloft walked so mobile gaming could run. And it begs the question, were Gameloft just copycats? Or were they mobile heroes? This is the story of a studio both praised and dragged. Let's not sugarcoat it. Gameloft copied a lot. Modern combat looked, felt, and even sounded like Call of Duty. Nova? Heavily inspired by Halo in every way. Six Guns borrowed the cowboy sandbox vibe from Red Dead Redemption. 9mm gave off major Max Payne energy. Bullet time, slow-mo kills, gritty urban shootouts. Backstab? A full parkour and stealth adventure, clearly modeled after Assassin's Creed. And then there's the Gangstar series, unmistakably Gameloft's take on GTA. It was bold, it was obvious, and it worked. Gameloft built their early empire by reimagining console hits for the small screen. And while some saw it as shameless copying, others just saw games worth playing. Back in the early 2000s, mobile gaming was simple. Runners, puzzles, match 3 games. Most major studios ignored mobile completely. EA, Rockstar, Activision, they weren't interested in building full-scale mobile experiences. But Gameloft? They were different. They brought full-length campaigns, voice acting, real-time combat, and offline play, all on tiny screens. While others were chasing high scores, Gameloft was chasing immersion. Their games didn't feel like distractions, they felt like actual games. Founded in 1999 by Michel Guillemot, a co-founder of Ubisoft, Gameloft saw mobile not as a side project, but a platform with real potential. In the late 2000s and early 2010s, they dominated. Dungeon Hunter rivaled Diablo in mobile form. Gangstar Vegas wasn't the first, but it nailed the formula. Open-world chaos, Gameloft style. Spider-Man: Total Mayhem showed how to do superhero games right. Tight combat, full voiceover, no compromises. Even if their inspirations were obvious, their execution was top tier. And with big partnerships like Iron Man, Prince of Persia, The Amazing Spider-Man, and many more, Gameloft gave us graphics, stories, and gameplay that felt premium, on devices that barely had 1 GB of RAM. That wasn't just copying, that was mobile game engineering. Between 2010 and 2015, Gameloft was the name in mobile gaming. They weren't just riding trends, they were setting standards. Modern Combat 4, cinematic FPS with a full single-player campaign. Nova 3, wide-open levels, alien battles, custom loadouts. Wild Blood, a console-grade hack-and-slash. Asphalt 8, redefining arcade racing with insane visuals and real-time multiplayer. Their games were offline, polished, and affordable. And for millions around the world, Gameloft wasn't just a studio, it was their first gaming experience. But no reign lasts forever. In 2016, Gameloft was acquired by French media giant Vivendi, and from that point on, something changed. The focus shifted. Creative risks were replaced with safe monetization. Offline games turned into online-only grinds. Premium experiences were replaced with energy timers, loot boxes, and daily login rewards. Beloved series like Modern Combat and Dungeon Hunter were reworked into freemium titles. The soul was missing. Gameloft, once the symbol of mobile innovation, started blending into the crowd.
Now where has this foul beast gone?
Former CEO of Gameloft once said, in an interview, "The video game industry has always played around a limited number of themes. There is maybe one new idea a year." So, let's set the record straight. Gameloft didn't just copy, they also created. Sure, some of their titles were clearly inspired, but many were built from the ground up as original mobile IPs. Wild Blood was their gritty take on dark fantasy, powered by Unreal Engine 3, packed with brutal melee combat and jaw-dropping visuals. Hero of Sparta channeled ancient Greek energy, but it told its own story in a world Gameloft built from scratch. Sacred Odyssey felt like a love letter to Zelda, but every character, every plot twist, every setting, 100% Gameloft. And Zombie Infection? Not just a mobile knockoff of Resident Evil, it was a standalone survival horror with its own rhythm, its own structure, and its own chills. Then there's Asphalt. Critics called it Burnout on mobile, until it left Burnout in the dust. Nitro boosts, cinematic crashes, city circuits. Asphalt didn't just copy the genre, it redefined it for mobile gamers. Gameloft wore its inspirations proudly. But these games? They proved the studio could innovate as much as it imitated. As Guillemot himself put it, if a particular type of game isn't available on a platform, developers should create it. The real issue arises when a good idea is poorly executed. Gameloft wasn't just chasing trends. They were delivering genres and experiences that mobile gamers had never seen before. They weren't cloning the console world, they were rewriting mobile history. Gameloft has been called many things: a copycat, a mobile pioneer, a relic, a legend. Maybe the truth is somewhere in between. They borrowed ideas, no doubt, but they also built an empire, one that gave millions a taste of console gaming in the palm of their hands. And while their golden age may be behind them, the legacy they left still echoes through every ambitious mobile game released today. Gameloft shaped a generation of mobile gamers. Were you one of them? Hit like if you remember the classics, drop your favorite in the comments, and subscribe for more mobile gaming content like this. And as always, see you in the next video.